Hello, I am Sunita. Welcome to my class. Here I am going to discuss GPSTR science topics according to the syllabus. Here the topic is thermodynamics. In this one we will study about define heat and temperature, scale of temperature, conversion of temperature, and also we will solve some of the problems based on the above topic. Let us discuss what is meant by heat. Heat energy that is transferred from one body to another as a result of a difference in temperature. Here heat is nothing but one of the form of energy that is transferred from one body to another body as a result of difference in temperature. If two bodies at a different temperature are brought together, consider any two bodies having different temperature. If you brought together, then the energy it will be transferred, that is heat flows from hotter body to a colder body. When you brought two bodies of different temperature, then heat it will get transferred. Then heat it will transfer from higher temperature of the body to lower temperature of the body. Then here only the energy it will get transferred. Therefore heat is a form of energy. Then energy is transferred from one body to another body as a result of difference in temperature. Heat transfer occur by three mechanisms. First one is conduction, second one is convection, third one is radiation. First one, conduction. It is the method in which transfer of heat takes place between atoms and molecules in the direct contact. Consider an example here. Consider a iron rod. Bring the iron rod near to the fire. Then because of the direct contact between the fire and iron rod, the iron rod it will get heated up. Here the heat is transferred between the atoms and molecules in the direct contact. That one we will call it as a conduction. Next one, convection. It is the method in which transfer of heat happens by the movement of the heated substance. Convection is nothing but here the heat it will get transferred by the movement of heated substance. Consider near to this fire you are having a hot air. Because of the presence of the heat, then the hot air it will moves up, again the cool air it will comes down. This process we will call it as a convection, because here you can observe the movement of the heated substance. Here hot air is the heated substance, it will move up, then the cold air it will moves down. Next one, radiation. It is the method in which transfer of heat takes place by the electromagnetic waves. Radiation is nothing but the heat transfer of heat it will takes place in the form of a electromagnetic waves. Heat it will get transferred in the form of a wave. That one we will call it as a radiation. Defining temperature. Temperature is a measure of the average kinetic energy of the particles in an object. Temperature is nothing but the measure of average kinetic energy of the particles in an object. When temperature increases, the motion of these particles also increases. When temperature increases, then the particles they will get more energy. When the particles get more energy, then the speed of the particles, otherwise kinetic energy of the particle increases. Here in the simple word, temperature is nothing but to measure the hotness or coldness of a body or object. The average energy of moving molecules, the faster the molecules moves, the higher the temperature and vice versa. Here as the particles, if the speed of the particles increases, otherwise the kinetic energy of the particles increases, then automatically the temperature of the particles it will be increases. Then here you can measure temperature in three scales. One is Fahrenheit, second one is Celsius, third one is Kelvin. Then freezing point of water at Fahrenheit scale is 32 degree. Then boiling point of water at Fahrenheit scale is 212 degree. Then in the Celsius scale, freezing point of water is 0 degree, boiling point of water is 100 degree. Then Kelvin on absolute 0. Kelvin it will be equal to C plus 273. If you want to convert temperature from Celsius scale to Kelvin scale, then you have to add 273, then you can convert easily. This one in detail I will explain in the next slide. Let us discuss the difference between heat and temperature. First one, let us discuss the definition. Heat. The heat of an object is the total energy of the molecular motion inside that object. Heat is nothing but a total energy possessed by the molecule when they are in motion. That is nothing but heat. The next one, temperature is a measure of the thermal energy. Temperature is nothing but whether the object is how much hot or cold, it will decide by the temperature. Otherwise, the measure of thermal energy, how much hot or cold, it is nothing but a thermal energy, or average heat of the molecules in a substance. Otherwise, average heat of the molecules in a substance, we will call it as a temperature. Then SI unit of heat is joule, SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Then units are, we will measure in heat in terms of joules and calories, then temperature in terms of Fahrenheit, Celsius and Kelvin. Heat is represented by the symbol capital Q, then temperature is represented by the symbol capital T. The next one, particles. It is a measure of number of atoms multiplied by the energy possessed by each atom. Heat in terms of particles, it is a measure of number of atoms multiplied by energy possessed by each atom. How much energy that each atom it will possess, that is multiplied by number of atoms, it will gives heat. Temperature, it is like a level which determines the direction in which the heat will flow. Temperature, it will indicate the direction of flow of heat. Then it is related to how fast the molecules within a substance are moving. The next one, it will measure, otherwise it will indicate how much fast the molecules it will be moving within a substance. It will indicate the fastness of the molecule within a substance. Then ability to do work. It has the ability to do work. Heat, it has the capacity or ability to do work. Temperature, it can be used to measure the degree of heat. Temperature, it is nothing but it will measure only the degree of heat, whether the object is hot or cold, it is indicated by the temperature. Scale of temperature. There are three main scales commonly used in the world today to measure the temperature. First one is Fahrenheit scale, second one is Celsius scale, third one is Kelvin scale. Let us discuss in detail Celsius scale. The Swedish astronomer Celsius invented this scale. On the Celsius scale, the freezing point, otherwise ice point of water, is taken at 0 degree centigrade, and boiling point, otherwise steam point of water, is taken as 100 degrees centigrade. In between these 2 points, there are 100 equal division on the Celsius scale. In the Celsius scale, you can identify the 100 equal divisions. Then here 0 degree, it will indicate the freezing point of water. Then 100 degree is nothing but the boiling point of water. In between you are having 100 equal division. Then 37 degrees centigrade is the human body temperature. Next one, Fahrenheit scale. This scale was introduced by the German physicist Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit. On this scale, the freezing point of water is taken as 32 degree Fahrenheit. Boiling point of water is taken as 212 degree Fahrenheit. In between the 2 points, there are 180 equal division on the Fahrenheit scale. Here consider this is the Fahrenheit scale. In this scale you can see 32 degree Fahrenheit is the freezing point of water. Then 212 degree Fahrenheit is the boiling point of water. Between these 2 points you are having 180 equal division. Then 92 degree Fahrenheit, that is the human body temperature. Here absolute zero value is minus 459 degree Fahrenheit. Next one is Kelvin scale. The British physicist William Thomson, who was also known as Lord Kelvin, invented the Kelvin scale. Kelvin scale of temperature is based on the kinetic theory of molecular motion. This is very important. Kelvin scale of temperature is based on the kinetic theory of molecular motion. On the Kelvin scale, absolute zero is the temperature when no molecular motion takes place. Absolute zero temperature is nothing but No molecular motion. No molecular motion means no atoms they will be in motion, no atoms they will be moving. All the atoms they will be constant. That temperature we will call it as absolute zero temperature. No movement of the molecules, it will take place at absolute zero temperature. Absolute zero is the coldest possible temperature because there is no movement of the particles. There is no movement means there is no thermal energy. When there is no thermal energy, then the temperature it will not at all increase. Therefore absolute zero is the coldest possible temperature. In this one, the freezing point, otherwise ice point of water on the scale is 273 Kelvin, and the boiling point, steam point of water is 373 Kelvin. In between two points there are 100 equal divisions on the Kelvin scale. Between freezing point of water and boiling point of water you are having 100 equal divisions. This scale does not have negative value. Here in the Kelvin scales you are this it not contain any negative values. Kelvin scale is widely used in scientific calculation. This will be used in scientific calculation. Kelvin is the SI unit of temperature and it is represented by the letter K. What is the SI unit of temperature? SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Then it is represented by the letter capital K. Let us compare three types of scale. One is Kelvin scale, another one is Celsius scale, third one is Fahrenheit scale. Kelvin scale it will provide only positive values, whereas Celsius and Fahrenheit scale they will provide both positive and negative values. Then Kelvin and Fahrenheit scale they will provide absolute zero values, but Celsius it will not provide any absolute zero values, otherwise it does not show absolute zero temperature. Then freezing point of water on Kelvin scale is 273 Kelvin, on Celsius 0 degree Celsius, on Fahrenheit 32 degree Fahrenheit. Then boiling point of water on Kelvin 373 Kelvin, on Celsius 100 degree Celsius, on Fahrenheit 212 degree Fahrenheit. Then human body temperature on Kelvin 310 Kelvin, Celsius 37 degree Celsius, then on Fahrenheit 98 degree Fahrenheit. Between these 2 points like freezing point of water and boiling point of water on Kelvin scale you are having 100 equal divisions. Then on Celsius scale also between freezing point of water and boiling point of water you are having 100 equal division, but in the case of a Fahrenheit scale between freezing point of water and boiling point of water you are having 180 equal divisions. That is very important. That one you have to remember. These are the main comparison between Kelvin scale, Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale. One important thing here, we are having three types of thermometer here. Here we will use mercury inside the thermometer. Then let us discuss what is the use of mercury, why we will use inside the thermometer. We all know that most metals are good conductor of heat, electricity, or solid at room temperature. Almost all the metals they are good conductor of electricity. Then they will be solid at room temperature. Mercury is the only metal that is liquid state at room temperature, but mercury is the only one metal it will exist as a liquid at room temperature. It is used in thermometer because it has high coefficient of expansion, which makes it easy to move in the thermometer as per the temperature. Here you can identify mercury. When you increase the temperature, then the level of mercury inside the thermometer it will rise. When you decrease the temperature, then the level of mercury inside the thermometer it will be decreases, because mercury has high coefficient of expansion. Even when the temperature rises it will expand, when the temperature decreases it will contract. Because of this nature of expansion and contraction we will use mercury. Mercury has a boiling point which makes it suitable to measure higher temperature. Mercury has a certain boiling point. Because of this reason we will use mercury to measure the temperature. Very high temperature we will use mercury. This is the reason we will use mercury inside the thermometer to measure the temperature. Conversion of temperature between Celsius and Kelvin. The temperature conversion formula from Celsius to Kelvin is Kelvin, it will be equal to Celsius plus 273.15. The temperature conversion formula from Kelvin to Celsius is Celsius, it will be equal to Kelvin minus 273.15. Conversion of temperature between Fahrenheit and Celsius. The temperature conversion formula from Fahrenheit to Celsius is Celsius, it will be equal to Fahrenheit minus 32. This one it should be inside the bracket into 5 by 9. The temperature conversion formula from Celsius to Fahrenheit is if it will be equal to C into 9 divided by 5 plus 32. Conversion of temperature between Fahrenheit and Kelvin. The temperature conversion formula from Fahrenheit to Kelvin is Kelvin, it will be equal to Fahrenheit minus 32. These two it will be inside the bracket into 5 by 9 plus 273.15. The temperature conversion formula from Kelvin to Fahrenheit is F is equal to K minus 273.15 inside the bracket into 9 divided by 5 plus 32. Let us discuss few problems here. First one, what is 30 degrees Celsius in Kelvin? Here you have to convert from Celsius to Kelvin. The temperature conversion formula from Celsius to Kelvin, you know, Kelvin it will be equal to Celsius plus 273.15. Kelvin it will be equal to Celsius, they are given the value 30 plus 273.15. Add these two, you will get 303.15 Kelvin. 30 degrees Celsius, it will be equal to 303.15 Kelvin. Second problem, convert 50 degrees Celsius to degree Fahrenheit. Here you have to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion formula is given by degree Fahrenheit, it will be equal to degree Celsius into 9 divided by 5 plus 32. Here they are given the value degree Celsius is 50 into 9 divided by 5 plus 32. Here cancel 5 ones are 5 tens are 50. Then 10 into 9, 10 nines are 90 plus 32. Then add 90 plus 32, you will get 122. Therefore 50 degree Celsius, it will be equal to 122 degree Fahrenheit. Question number 3, convert 113 degree Fahrenheit to Kelvin. Here you have to convert Fahrenheit to Kelvin. Fahrenheit to Kelvin conversion formula is given by Kelvin, it will be equal to Fahrenheit minus 32. Both it should be inside the bracket into 5 by 9 plus 273.15. Then 113 minus 32, you will get 81 into 5 by 9 plus 273.15. Then here you can cancel 9 ones are 9 nines are 81. Then 9 5s are 45 plus 273.15. Add these two, you will get 318.15. Therefore 113 degree Fahrenheit, it will be equal to 318.15 Kelvin. Next question, convert 225 Kelvin to Celsius. Solution, Kelvin to Celsius conversion formula is given by Celsius, it will be equal to Kelvin minus 273.15. Kelvin 225 minus 273.15. Subtract these two, you will get minus 48.15. Therefore 225 Kelvin, it will be equal to minus 48.15 degree centigrade. Thanks for listening my class. Send me your valuable feedback.